What up, YouTube? So, shout out to the lead attorney. Um, he always does like good live streams, like 6 to 7 or 8 hours long. And on this particular one, he was talking about April Mason. Also, shout out to her too. She put a article out saying, "Fix your man a plate for Thanksgiving," and boy, people were not really rocking with that, even though that's like a common courtesy. I love you, baby. I got you. Sit down, relax, type of thing. People weren't rocking with that. Um, so she hopped on Lee's channel, and first, I agree with like 85 to 90% of everything that she said. I'm going to leave a link to the video in the description. But then towards the end, she said some critical things to really, yeah, it's like, okay, I don't agree with these couple things. So I'm going to play the clip, and then I'm going to get my thoughts after.
Yet, you haven't looked at his life to see if it complements your life. So when you do get to a place where I am, you can take your time and say, you know what? I have 4 or 5 to choose from, and all of them are wonderful men. It's only about, now it's up to me to decide which one is the best for my legacy. Wow. Not just because I like you and I love you. Which one is best for the legacy? Which one is best for me to merge our lives together and love on each other? But we also understand we want to leave a legacy. Black people marry for love and strictly my emotions. I don't do that. I've learned from the others how not to do that. Mm-hmm. I've learned from white women that you don't marry somebody with potential. You marry somebody that's already doing what they do. Only Black women are called gold diggers when they want a man that's successful. The others are taught that. So for me...
Okay, so 2 things, right? And when you look around the world, you see why what she says doesn't work, right? A little bit earlier, before I started the clip, she was saying how when she was younger, she was looking for a father figure, right? And now that she's older, she's not looking for that. Well, the father figure, was leadership, right? Now that she's older and she's successful, she feels that she doesn't need a man's leadership. So now she's vetting men to come in and fit within her legacy. To fit within her legacy. Like, what will help her legacy? That's about one of the most masculine things that a woman can say. Like, how are you going to complement my life? Listen, from what I've seen, 90% of the men that put themselves in a position to build women and to help with their legacy and to complement their life, it fails because you help your woman level up, and when she does, she's out. And then she went on further to say that she learned how not to marry from white people, and how white people don't marry off of love and potential and all of this. Well, see, that's where you're kind of wrong. It's always good if you can marry somebody that already has it. But then, what isn't being taught to our culture is to look at the potential that's being worked through a plan. Look at the potential that has a paper trail of progress. See, because when you're born, man or woman, you could potentially be anything. Potentially. But no work, no background, you don't know how to talk, you don't know how to crawl, you don't know how to do nothing. You could potentially be anything. The older you get, and you start narrowing stuff down, and then you put plans into actions. Okay, so somebody that just meets you and hangs around you should be able to see, okay, he says that he wants to do this, and these are the actions that he's doing. This is how he is with money. This is how his character is. People that's not in our culture do a way better job in picking the potential that's already in the process. That's where people go wrong. The potential without the process, with the swag, with the tattoos, with the cars, that's what our culture does. But the potential that's in college or that's in a business that puts his money in stocks and savings, and he may not have the flashier things till later on in life. See, nobody gets close enough to those dudes to see how is he with money. I see he drives this car. Is it paid off? What is he doing with the extra money? It's like, those are not the things that pop out in the people's eyes. It's the flash. It's the gold chains. It's the watches. It's the rings. It's the cars. And that's where our culture goes wrong at. It's not depicting of potential. There's a lot of stories, even in Hollywood, where white women have picked off of potential because it was in the progress. The potential that was in progress, that was in the making. Like, no, he wasn't there yet, but he was on the way. He didn't have it yet, but you could see, okay, now if I get in on the ground floor and I add to this, it's complementing his life, so that way when you both are successful, things are in the natural order. At April's point in life, whoever comes in is not going to be in the natural order, because guess what? She's not looking for leadership. She's looking for somebody to come in, let her do what she wants to do. And the sad part about it is that she was a female dating coach. Now, although I see what she was trying to say, but how men took it and how women take it is going to be totally different almost 100% of the time. And that's where it's going to always be the disconnect. So I could actually envision some of her people going out, well, I need to find a man that will complement my life, that'll put me first, that'll add to what I'm doing. You want somebody that may not be as alpha as the other men, that'll come in, let you do you, and let you take control and call the shots. He may make his money, but he gonna put you first. That's what most people got from that. So, like, but nobody's coming after her. She's successful. You can tell she's articulate, she's smart, she's beautiful. But this is a lesson for her to learn from the community at large why those couple of statements are not okay. The second statement, marrying somebody that's already successful, I mean, that's a given. That's a given. If you can manage to marry somebody that already has their ducks in a row, then that'd be great. The bad part about it is not everybody is going to always have all their ducks in a row. It's just not. We're all in a process somehow, somewhere. We're all trying to strive for something. So you get in with the realization of what the situation is, and you help the situation become something, or you kind of just stay out of the situation. That's how I see it. But she's a friend of the male space. She gets us for the most part, which is saying something, because most women don't really try to understand men. They don't care. And it's sad, and when I go up and down my timeline, it's like you see guys, and these are guys that's solid guys. Who does a man talk to? How can I express myself? I know 5 guys within the last 3 years that have committed suicide because guess what? Life is hard. They have no outlet. the women in their lives don't listen to them, and they're no longer here. Like it's the problem is deeper than what some women think it is. Because guess what? You're not a man, so you don't understand the things that men have to go through to get to the level to get respected by other men and to be wanted by women. Is not the easiest process. But she can help. But in times like these, she just needs to sit back, take it all in, and see how people feel about certain things, because that's going to help her furthermore in the future if she decides to get back in the dating coaching game. You know, that will help her future clientele. But that's all I have on this subject. Please like, subscribe, and share, comment. And I respond to all my comments and my emails. So just send me what you send me, and I'll get back to you. Go. Wrong button.